This is lagging. Please don't lag. No. Good. I'm not lagging. Very good. Right. There. Okay. Right. Let's plug this in for you. Keep you happy. There. There you go. And up to £100 million. Enter for free at Backstars by Stars. Don't allow. Do not allow because I don't want all of your stuff on my laptop. That's what dreams are made. That's the only reason why it's there. Alright. Let me just see what this sounds like. Forget the past. Forget that victory. Forget the years of hurt. What could have been. Forget the missed handballs. Forget. Forget getting stuck in. Let me see what this sounds like. Forget the red cards, the red faces, the win card. Can you just listen to that and make sure it sounds right? Just because I don't want it too close to the thing because it will mess it all up. And can you also tell me how far behind it is? Forget it's their first time. Forget it could be their loss. Forget they're too young. Forget every game. Blah. Now. 5 seconds. Oh, that's not too bad then. That sounds alright, yeah? Looks alright. It's not lagging like heck, is it? Really sunny, really rainy, really country laning, cool. Really frustrating. Cool, that's all I needed to know. Thank you much. Really too peggy. Really? Really Viking. Really funky. Really savage to really ready for summer. Looking to help. So go online to get 20% off staycation incentives. 3 views already. Hey! That works. If you guys have a YouTube channel, log into it and you should be able to comment on this video and talk to me on my little chat thing. I've seen the lineups. Fulham are going with the same lineup that played in the second leg of the semi-final. I believe Aston Villa may be doing the same. I'm not sure. I didn't pay too much attention to their team. I was too excited about Fulham being through. So, for people who might not understand the concept of this, I've got the game on my TV in front of me. It's literally the other side of this camera. You guys are going to be watching me for the whole game. So whenever anything happens in the game, I will react to it. If you guys want to watch the game, Sky Sports Football will be the place you need to go. Yeah. So if you think the Villa boys are going to win, then that's on you. But nah, I'm going for my boys. I'm going for my Fulham boys. I'm pretty sure that we're going to win this. So yeah, Sky Sports main event is the place you want to go if you want to watch this game live. I want to just emphasise it won't be on this channel. You're just being me and getting my reactions live as they happen. So yeah, that's all I can really say now. It's just in a little bit of a prelude to the start of the game. On Sky Sports main event, right, on my screen anyway. It's definitely going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game for both teams. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think there's probably going to be 1, maybe 2 goals in it. There's not going to be many. It's going to be a tough, tight game. So we shall see what happens. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Yeah, but no, it should be good. Championship playoff trophy being carried out by the EFL. Oh, I want to lift that later. Come on, Fulham. Just wonder how important the Wembley and I'm not sure who's refereeing this match, actually. Think of it. Who's refereeing this? In the starting 11s, Villa have men who have played in 9 playoff finals, none for Fulham. Managers bringing the teams out. Just 2 for Fulham. Keith Andrews, Lee Hendry, and Johnny Oluka alongside me. Who's refereeing this? Anthony Taylor is our referee today. Don't mind that. Don't mind Anthony Taylor. Good referee. Fair referee. And on my screen, the teams are walking out. free. As I say, if you guys want to watch this, Sky Sports Main Event is the place that you want to be to watch this game live. Come on, the Fulham boys. No, we're not having penalties. Because when Fulham have penalties, we never win. Yes! They used the Fulham walk-on music. Yes. Aww. For perspective, Dad, when I was at Wembley last week, I was in the Villa end. Renato, it's on Sky Sports Main Event in the UK. No problem, man. I can't judge for copyright reasons. I won't be able to physically show you guys the game. Purely due to the fact that the stream will get taken down by the EFL. Hey Fernando Hijoguera, I agree. Come on, Fulham. I do apologise I won't be able to show you guys the games, but due to copyright laws and the EFL owning all of the stuff and things, I'm not going to show it, so you're just going to watch my reactions for the whole game from start to finish. Half-time, I'll do a little bit of half-time analysis. Josh, I don't think you can, unfortunately. I don't think it's showing on any channels other than Sky. Unless you want to go and try and find a stream somewhere that might be showing you, but that comes with its own risks. It'll be interesting to know. 44 people watching right now. In the comment section, guys, I would love for you guys to tell me who you think is going to win. Give me a 1 if you think Fulham are going to win, and a 2 if you think Villa are going to win. Sanjay, no, I won't be showing the match because of copyright laws. I won't be able to. Okay, we've got a couple of Villas in there. Quite a few Villas in there.
Boys and girls, will you please be outstanding for the national anthem?
Quite a few people thinking Villa. Okay, interesting. No, it's time for the national anthem. In terms of Fulham, both Ryans are starting, Fredericks and Sessegnon. Nah, I don't think so, Paddy. Sanjay, if you're in the UK, you can watch the game on Sky Sports Main Event if you've got Sky Sports. I'm possibly under the thought that in the US, they may be on ESPN, I'm not sure. Right, national anthems are done. Time for handshakes. And here we go. Right, Aston Villa team. Johnston in goal. Back four of El Mohammadi, Chester, Terry and Hutton. Jedinak in the central midfield on his own. You've got Snodgrass, Hurahan, Grealish and Adoma in the attacking midfielding positions. And Graben up front on his own. Unfortunately, Josh, I can't. I've got family down here watching at the same time, and they've got control of the TV control, so I can't really turn it up, unfortunately. I do apologise for that. And the Fulham team, for anyone who wants to know and doesn't know it yet. Bettinelli in goal, back four of Fredericks, Adoy, Ream and Target. Kearney, McDonald and Johansson in the middle. And you've got Kamara wide right, Sessegnon wide left, and you've got Mitrovic up in the middle.
The only key decision, as usual, really, was who would play on the right of their front three. Lucas Piazon.
I can't, unfortunately, just I'm sort of right at the back of our living room, and there's no way for me to go close to the TV that won't get in people's way.
Villa and Fulham. And the prospect really is a compelling one. The Premier League prize at stake, and it is live next.
Yeah, I probably say I am ever so slightly nervous, Josh. Yeah, purely because it's taken so long for Fulham to get back into the Premier League again. I just want the game to be over. I want us to win. I want us to be up in the Premier League, and then of course all of the publicity that comes with that. So yeah, definitely hoping that Fulham can get the job done today. In terms of my prediction, I did say at the start of the stream that I think it's going to be a tight game. But I do think that Fulham are probably going to edge this 1-0 maybe. And I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Fulham.
Ready. Does it look better on the playoff final day? Well, it's a duel of experience. And swaggering away. Who will impose themselves? Who will dictate what type of game it's going to be? The question. I said, well, it's a game.
Aston Villa are ready for kick-off. Fulham are just doing a team huddle at the moment.
Playing in very different ways.
I may be slightly behind some other people that may be watching. Matt, I can't show the TV, unfortunately. If I show the TV, the stream will be kicked off straight away by the EFL, so I can't do it.
The man who has made such a substantial difference for Fulham will get this one under.
I can indeed, Josh. There you go, mate. Go ahead. Right, the game has started.
First visit to England's grandest stage in 43 years.
That's the way out on the right-hand side. Going on with another one of his amazing runs. So if he wants to do what he did in the playoff second leg, I'll be very happy. You know what? I'm going to give it to you as well.
Of course, we've got very football tantalising in close for these.
I've got quite a few people asking if I can turn the camera around. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that. If I do that, this stream will be very quickly shut down by the EFL and the FA because I, of course, don't have licensing to be able to show that. So the point of a watch-along stream is that you'll be watching me and watching my live reactions as happen. VBack Boo, thank you for the subscription to the channel. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Dropping in between the two Fulham centre-backs.
We'll get on to that. Too heavy for him. Too heavy for Fredericks there. Easy pick up there for Sam Johnston.
He looks to pick those passes out to the wide players to stretch for the defensively. Here's John Hamady. His experience prized by Steve Bruce to the extent that he's willing to take what I believe is something of a calculated risk. Suffered a hamstring injury in the first leg of the semi-final. That's performed really well defensively. It's not a natural pullback, but it's his attacking play to get that stuff that's on the overlap. That's certainly been a test. And he must get her injury, it's possibly carrying. Also, Derby in the semi-final gets scored really pressed up.
Right, I've just put a little comment down there in the chat, guys. Due to copyright laws, I will not be able to show the game in any way, shape, or form. I do apologise for that, but that's how things work, unfortunately. If you guys do want to watch it, as I say, it's on Sky Sports Main Event in the UK. I'm not too sure about international broadcasters. I don't know whether it's on TV elsewhere or not. That sort of be something you'd have to try and scroll through your TV channels at home and see if you can try and find a game. Thanks a lot, Josh. Much appreciated, mate. Go on, Metro.
to bring Fredericks into play. You see immediately that Cameron is tending to drift inside.
Come on, come on, come on.
Kenny, the craftsman. Would by Dolly into Mitrovic again.
Go on, Tyler. Unlucky, Matt.
You see Mitrovic there, his first two touches, he secures possession, he steps away from Terry and Chester, doesn't want to get involved in a physical battle, he just secures possession and then limps the ball really intelligently back into midfield. He's scored loads of goals, of course, that's why he was brought here, but that limp play is what Fulham were missing.
Thomas Beck, I believe it may possibly be on ESPN, I'm not sure. Alex Jones, I don't think you can, unfortunately. No, I think you would need to have a subscription. Unless you can get sort of one of those one-day Now TV passes in the UK. That will cost you, I think it's about £5 or something. And then you'll be able to watch it then.
Arrived at the club, he's had to play a very patient game, but now a mainstay.
I mean, yeah.
Trusted to keep the ball for the team, even though they're on the last line of defence.
Let's say, guys, there's a chance I may be slightly behind some other people that may be watching live at the same time. I don't know.
Mitrovic. Kenny. Here's Jedinak, but Mitrovic doing his work the other way. He actually fouled him, advantage play. Snodgrass seeking to get a better in behind. An opportunity all around, so really not doing that screen and trying in front of Mitrovic, winning the ball back and then selling.
Chris, I'll try my best to commentate as best as I can, but I sort of let people know earlier on. So I've got other family members watching at the same time that will want to try and concentrate on the game and concentrate on the commentary that the commentators are doing. So I'll try my best.
Terry interesting. You can see that Jedinak is looking just to step in front of him to stop playing those.
Yeah, for Aston Villa. Aston Villa's left back, Alan Hutton. Good. Some referees would have given that as a free kick. Fulham can break now though with the ball in the middle of the field here. Ball with Kearney. Cross to McDonald. Back out to Tim Ream. Ball can go wide. Ball can go wide. No, it's not gone wide. Snodgrass takes possession. Brilliant challenge there by Ryan Sessegnon. Bit of a scrappy ball in the middle there. Ball does fall to Mitrovic. Cleared by Alan Hutton. Cleared further upfield there by Sam Johnson.
Chasing out first coming McDonald and getting a foot in. Counter attack up to the old.
Odoi back to Bettinelli. Bettinelli back across to Ream, playing in the left centre back position for them today.
In that respect,
successfully find Kevin McDonald. Is there going to be any? Sorry, my point. It's not even McDonald. That's actually Kenny. We've got players in the middle. Aston Villa are closing down very quickly. I will say that. Yeah, there is Josh. My sister's next to me.
Defended by Terry with that success.
Advantage has been given by the referee for something. I will say there's a Fulham player on the floor at the moment. It's Mitrovic on the floor. Alec, get up. Just get up. You're actually not going to give you a free kick, so play on. That was a very strong ball, but too strong. Easy for Bettinelli to pick up. For those of you just joining us, I'm about 7.5 minutes into the game. Score is still Fulham 0, Aston Villa 0. I apologise that I can't show the game, but if I do try and show the game, this stream will very quickly be kicked off and shut down by the EFL and the FA and all sorts of other people, and I'm really not in the mood for that. So unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with my ugly mug for the whole match. If that's not what you're here for, then I apologise. please do kick off and try and find another stream elsewhere. I won't be able to show it. I do apologise. And there was a free kick to Fulham and a challenge for James Chester for an early challenge on Mitrovic. There's a few. There are a few of the dolls there. They're not mine. I should also add. They belong to my mum. So. Thank you very much, Anthony Taylor, for bringing the playback and booking James Chester, because that was not a nice challenge on Mitrovic.
So he knew it was coming, he hadn't escaped. With Mitrovic now, surely you'll attach yourself to James Chester, get away from John Terry and put pressure on Chester.
You are indeed, Josh. It's much appreciated, mate. Thanks a lot.
Mitrovic. I think it's not to let him turn.
It's much appreciated, mate. Mohammed, I can't show the match, unfortunately, mate. Adoy breaking into the Aston Villa half. Ball goes out wide. Kamara trying to find Fredericks. Hutton gets in the way. That is a throw into Aston Villa. Fredericks didn't like the idea of that being given as a throw into Aston Villa, but it was most definitely a throw into Aston Villa. He definitely got the last touch.
Haven't seen it regularly with good reason. Real flyer down the flank. Defensively, of course, the goal has to communicate well with the sides that don't.
I think Fulham fans are making more of the noise at the moment, from what I can hear on my TV anyway. Yeah, not a problem, mate. There you go, mate. That's all done. And that is a throw in to Fulham. Ryan Fredericks will take this throw in for Fulham, just inside the Aston Villa half. Not much, I will say, not much movement. Johansson with a flash ball that probably didn't need to be played, but he did. West Ham Junior won't be able to, mate. I don't think there will be anyone watching, anyone showing this live on YouTube, purely due to copyright. I think people will be kicked off quite quickly. One card so far. James Chester, when I can get my words out, has been booked by Anthony Taylor for a foul on Mitrovic. Score is still 0-0. It's Target out on the left hand side. Gets driven back into his own half though. Plays the ball back to Ream. Trying to find Mitrovic. Ball falls loose to Sessegnon. And Sessegnon bundles over Emil Jedinak, and it is a free kick to Aston Villa.
Captain with Barnsley, the cook man, Conor Horahan. An outstanding season, 11 goals.
It's a very quick possible close down there. No, Johnson clears the ball up into his own half, nodded on, but straight to the feet of Dennis Adoy. Playing centre back to take for Fulham. Plays the ball out wide to Tim Ring, back to Dennis Adoy. Very slow build-up play here by Fulham, which is what I prefer. McDonald back to Adoy. Adoy tries to pump the ball back up the field, trying to find Mara, but is unable to do so. Nice day score is 0-0 at the moment, mate. And Josh, I'm just outside London, mate. Sort of in the Croydon area. We are 12 minutes into this game, and so far Aston Villa have completed 24 successful passes. Fulham have completed 100. That just gives you an idea of how much possession Fulham have had this game. Dill, I'm watching this game on Sky Sports main event. Sam Johnson with a free kick for Aston Villa. Plays the ball halfway into the Fulham half. Finds Robert Snodgrass. Snodgrass back to Al-Mohammadi. Dispossessed though by Tim Ream. And Fulham can try and break here. Ream out to Mitrovic. Under a bit of pressure here though, but does find Kearney. Tom Kearney's got a couple of men in support. One of them is Stefan Johansson. He chooses to use him. Target out wide on the right-hand side. Instead tries to go forward for Sessegnon, but that is an easy take there for Sam Johnson. 13 minutes gone, guys. Score is still 0-0.
You get caught ball watching, stay with the run of Sessegnon. There's no way the youngster was going to get to that first. That's not how fantastic.
Yeah, guys, I'd love to be able to show you the game, but I really can't. If I show you the game, as I say, and it has nice days also just put inside the group, inside the chat, it would violate YouTube's policies, it would violate the EFL policies, and the stream would very quickly be shut down. And there could be a chance that I could get in a lot of trouble for doing it. So I don't particularly want to take that risk, so I do apologise. If you guys are interested in staying along and sort of listening to my reactions and my attempt of commentary, it's probably not going to be very good, so I do apologise for that. Then please by all means stick around. If this isn't what you're looking for, then I apologise and thank you for popping in anyway. In score predictions, I think it's going to be a very tight game. I did say just as the match was about to kick off, I said I predicted 1-0 Fulham win. I prefer a bit more of a confident win than that, but it's definitely going to be a close game. These are two very, very strong teams. Aston Villa have got a very strong team. Fulham, in my opinion, are by far the strongest team in the league. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Fulham fan. I think going nearly half a season unbeaten sort of proved that. So that's sort of where my thought processes have come from. But this will definitely be a tough game for both teams. And as I was saying that, there was a free kick to somebody, and whoa, it's about 35 degrees at Wembley at the moment. So it's a bit of a scorcher. Quite happy I'm stuck at home. Brandon Game is live on Sky Sports main event in the UK. Ball gets cleared back to Sam Johnson. And there's the first image of a man with his top off. That sounds about right. Champions League tonight, I'm thinking it's probably going to be it's going to be Salah versus Ronaldo. It's the easiest way of putting it. Which of the two players is going to be more on form at the end of the day? I do think it will be Salah. I do think Liverpool will end up winning this. If Real Madrid win, then good on them. Dangerous ball there, but easily picked up there by Bettinelli. Also Doma there with an attempted header. Didn't go anywhere. Stefan, I don't have any links, unfortunately, mate. As I say, if you're in the UK, the game's live on Sky Sports main event. If you're international, you may have to go through your TV channels and try and see if you can find the game yourselves, because I don't know which international broadcaster is doing the match. Zach, I can't show the game. Abrid, I don't think so. Ryan Sessegnon had a fantastic season this year. By far one of the strongest players Fulham have had this season, hands down. And I think if we don't win this game today, it's going to be a real challenge to try and keep hold of him for next season. You can also put Tom Kenny in that sentence as well. I think it's going to be tough for Fulham to keep both players if we do not win today. It was an attempt at goal there by Robert Snodgrass. Didn't go anywhere. Goal kick to Fulham. Kishan Habetu, thanks very much for the subscription. Much appreciated. No one in the US has got it. That's interesting. Because I know that ESPN were doing the playoff semis. So I had a thought. Oh, okay. Conflicting reports there. But I'm saying that the US don't have any broadcasting rights. Lee Corcoran is saying the game is on ESPN US. ESPN Plus. So if you are in the United States, ESPN Plus will be the way to go. Ream knocks the ball into the Fulham half. Quickly dispossessed though. Target back to Ream. He's got Bettinelli behind him if he chooses to use him, which he does. Adoy back to Bettinelli. I'm not keen on Fulham knocking the ball around their penalty area like that. It really does worry me at times.
So important for Villa as a team to follow him in. Don't leave him isolated. You see Villa's aside, steps up to the halfway line and forced Fulham to play the ball long and win it back.
Momota, I'm going for a 1-0 Fulham line. Go for it, Sark. That's a brilliant name as far as I'm concerned, mate. Fulham break here with the chance for Fredericks to get on ahead of the defender, but he's very easily dispossessed, and Aston Villa can break away here. That's going to be given as a free kick.
Suggesting that it was not the result of his challenge. Takes possession. The challenge is
see, you go in hard and Grealish that he's going to hit the floor straight away, Johansson. You can't do that, mate. You just can't do it. So we're getting up for the header. No, Tim Reed's completely missed that. Ball has fallen through to Graben, who finds Snodgrass out on the right hand side for Aston Villa. He's got Al Mohammadi in support if he chooses to use him, ignores him.
Whoa!
That was risky. Grealish does fall in the penalty area.
Whoa.
Nothing given by the referee. Some referees would have probably given that. Do I think Ryan Sessegnon is ready for a big money move? Yes and no. Yes, he probably could be ready for a big money move, but I don't think he'll play. So I think for Ryan Sessegnon, it's probably better for him to stay at Fulham, where he's pretty much guaranteed football every week. He's literally one of the first names on a team sheet. I agree, Jack. If Fulham don't win today, Sessegnon will leave, and I think Kearney will probably do the same thing. Because I know in January, Newcastle were after Tom Kearney. And you've heard pretty much everyone is after Ryan Sessegnon. We're talking Arsenal, Man United. He doesn't pump money to the club, Mark. Easy way of putting it. He just does not pump money into the club. There's a lot of rumours that have gone round. Camera with a shot. Oh! That was very close. I was not expecting that. I sort of just looked up at the screen and saw Camera sort of take the ball on a flick and almost put it in the back of the net. Did Sam Johnson actually touch that? Kamara was claiming for a corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
He touched that.
Sam Johnson does just get a fingertip to that. Probably should have been a corner, but it's one of those very, very tough ones where he literally got the tiniest fingertip to it, and it just would not have been. It's not one of those ones that would have been given by an assistant or even a referee. That could be a beautiful ball. Oh, Kamara. Abubakar Kamara.
Oh. Hey.
Oh, I've got a couple of friends who are Arsenal fans, Mark. One may still be in the stream, actually. I'm not sure if he is or not. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough job for Emery to try and build up. Be interesting to see what he can do, though. See who he can bring in. Adoy with the ball for Fulham, just inside the Aston Villa half now. He's driving forward. He's got Fredericks in support. Finds Fredericks. Fredericks tries to find Mitrovic. And cleared, but only as far as Johansson. Across to Kearney. Plays the ball back towards McDonald. McDonald has got target on the left-hand side. Kamara on the right. Chooses to go back to Adoy.
Getting in so easily.
If Sessegnon sold, what does Fulham need to be a top side? A couple of seasons, I think, mate. Goal for Fulham. Tom Kearney. 1-0 Fulham. Come on, boys. Beautiful bit of play there by Fulham. Fantastic bit of play there by Fulham. Kearney deserves that. Tom Kearney has had a fantastic season for Fulham this year. Fantastic season. It all came from. I just thought it was going to be Fulham knocking the ball around the back, but it was a beautiful ball Across from Adoy to Sessegnon. Sessegnon to Kenny. Left foot. Johnson's got no chance. Slips it down his right-hand side. Beautiful, beautiful play there. Just to the right-hand side of his goal. About 12 yards out. Finesse shot. I think it may have even gone through Johnson's legs, if I'm being completely honest. That is 22 minutes gone. That is Fulham 1, Aston Villa 0. Come on, Fulham. Get in. Nolan, I can't, mate. If I do that, the stream will be shut down by the EFL and YouTube. Villa have got a lot of time. As I say, it's only 23 and a half minutes gone, so there's still a lot of time left in this game for Villa to come back. But Fulham have got the first goal, which means that hopefully the momentum will stay with Fulham now for the remainder of this game. We'll see. Is all I'm going to say. We'll see. Because Aston Villa are going to come hard at us now, but the ball has fallen to Kamara. Oh, through his legs. Abubakar Kamara, you've got Sessegnon's support. Chooses not to use him, tries to go for the shot.
No.
You should never have gone for that shot. And it's gone over the bar. I would love Mitrovic to stay. I really would. I'd love for us to sign him on a permanent deal at the end of the season. Whether he will or not, I don't know. We've got the Serbian connection with Jukanovic, so there's a chance it may actually happen. Oh, you are still here, man. So I wasn't sure. Cameron scores 1-0 Fulham. Tom Kearney, with the goal about 30 seconds ago from now. There's a strong chance that Mitrovic will probably end up staying at Newcastle. I'd love him to come for Fulham permanently. I really would. He's done absolutely amazing things for us since he joined us in January. I think 12 goals he's scored since January. So 12 goals in half a season is fantastic. So it'll be interesting to see. And there is an offside call there on Adoma. Thanks, Lino. Score remains 1-0 Fulham. Cameron, I'm watching on my TV. We're watching on Sky Sports main event. Ruby Font's on the bench. João Pedro Nunes, he is on the bench today. Fulham are going with Abubakar Kamara, Alexander Mitrovic, and Ryan Sessegnon as our attacking three in a 4-3-3 formation with one holding and two central midfielders, being McDonald, Kearney, and Johansson. Guys, I've said it quite a few times already, I can't show the game. If I show the game, the stream will be shut down by the EFL, and I'm not in the mood for that. Edgar, my favourite player at the moment is Sessegnon. It has to be Sessegnon. He has been a man possessed this season. I love him. Nice try, TB Aker, not doing that. Josh, if you're still here, mate, can you just keep an eye on these? Keep an eye on some of these comments and just make sure that these are removed.
Get a bloody life out of everybody. Come out of you. Play football, mate.
There's only one stated mod here, Josh. You can remove comments and you can time people out. That's about as far as we can do. Shy, I'll try and give play-by-play as much as I can. Of course, at the same time, I'm still trying to respond to people's comments. And also trying to get rid of any inappropriate comments.
Hello. No, speaking of.
I'm not going to be doing any shout-outs, guys. Vic, I don't know if there's any live streams or not. I don't have a link to the game, mate. I'm watching the game on TV, so that's all I can give you, unfortunately. If you're in the UK, the game is on Sky Sports main event. I've been told that apparently in the US it's on ESPN Plus. So if you're in the UK or the US, those are the places you need to go. In terms of other international countries, I don't unfortunately know who's showing the match and who isn't. Score at the moment, guys, 28 minutes gone. It is 1-0 to Fulham. Thomas Kenny with the goal about 5 minutes ago. Ball is in the Fulham half with McDonald. Finds Adoy. Adoy forward, trying to find Fredericks, but dispossessed. That is a throw in to Fulham inside their own half.
Build up to the goal from Aston Villa's point of view.
Edgar, I don't think Fulham are going to win this easily. Luke couldn't get any tickets to the game. They were sold out before I tried to get hold of them. We're 28 minutes into the game, Vic.
Oh, a little puff on the floor.
João Pedro, who are we going to buy next? I'm hoping that we're going to buy Mitrovic on a permanent deal. Wouldn't mind Matt Target permanently as well, just because then that allows Fredericks the freedom to run up and down that left-hand wing. Jinx, tickets were, I think we were talking about sort of 60 quid for the Fulham tickets when I looked to try and purchase them. Tried to get a little bit of cash behind me to be able to go. By the time I'd got that and went to go and buy the tickets were all sold out. So unfortunately I'm stuck here instead, watching on TV. Oh, Fredericks, that was naughty. That was very naughty, and you're lucky to still be on the pitch. Really, really lucky to be on the pitch there. Fredericks bundles Grealish to the ground, and as he follows over, he does stamp on Grealish's leg, so he's very lucky. Very, very lucky to still be on the pitch. If I'm being honest, I don't know too much about football in Portugal, but there is a free kick for Villa. Dad, Fredericks is lucky to be on the pitch. He stamped on Grealish's leg in the follow-through. Huh? Fredericks stamped on Grealish's leg in the follow-through. He stamped him. He's lucky to still be on the pitch. Clear that. I have no idea. I don't think the rest saw it. But as he came on the challenge, came over the top of him and stamped down his leg. That's why Grealish was on the floor. Otherwise, he probably would have got up straight away. That is a very good ball, but Snodgrass is offside.
Yeah, I don't think that was offside.
If Villa win, how much do I think we'll get? I think get possession if we sell him. I definitely know that if Manchester United came in from, we were asking for 100 million. So I don't think that's a realistic figure. Ben scores 1-0 Fulham at the moment, mate. Johansson out wide, finds Kamara. But to answer your question, probably about 50 minutes. For Sessegnon! Unfortunately, right at Sam Johnson. Score stays 1-0. Yeah, Toby, as you were saying, mate, probably looking to, it's probably going to be about 30 to 50 million, I think. For Sessegnon. It's probably what will cause the Fulham board to go, oh, actually, this could be worth it. And they'll go ahead and probably accept it, which will be a big loss to a Fulham fan. Big loss from a Fulham perspective. But hopefully we don't have to worry about that because we'll hopefully going to go ahead and win this game. Lion Man, no. Wolves had a very good season this year, but I don't think they're going to be getting top 6 next season. I think they're probably going to be a mid-table team next season. Yeah, I definitely think that Wolves are sort of going to be a mid-table team next season. Yusuf, I can't show the match. Not allowed. There's a clearance there by Tim Ream out as far as Al Mohammadi. Hurahan finds Jedinak. Still halfway inside the Fulham half. Jedinak back to Hurahan. Hurahan back to Jednak. Jednak goes back into zone half to Chester. Finds John Terry. Terry under pressure from Johansson goes back to Sam Johnston. Johnston plays the ball up over the halfway line, trying to find Robert Snodgrass even. Jack at the moment, Villa are sort of pushing a bit further up. Thanks, Josh. I saw that, mate. Villa are sort of pushing forward and looking for a response, but Fulham are trying to absorb a little bit of the pressure and then sort of jump on. Buns, I'm a Fulham fan. That sort of gives it away. Okay, there's a free kick given to Fulham there. Oh, okay. That was a bit of a late challenge there by Alan Hutton. Oh, it's just, oh no, it's one of those ones that Stoke just goes across the ankle. They hurt. Definitely looks like there's a few Villa fans in this stream. Unfortunately, to let you guys down at the moment, Fulham are 1-0 up. Thomas Kearney with the goal about 10 minutes ago now. There's a free kick to Fulham, right hand side of the pitch, just outside the penalty area, and there is Stefan Johansson standing over it. Ball comes in towards the middle, towards the front post, easily cleared there by the Aston Villa defence. Oh, Connor, I'm fully expecting Villa to bounce back here. That is a beautiful ball. Kamara knocked that back. No, he's kept it on. He's kept that on. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. That is a beautiful ball.
Unlucky. Come on.
Seconds. Hit that. Go on, Matt. Hit it, son. Whoa. Maybe not. Maybe not. Target, can you not do that again? You're telling me, Dan. Blimey. Just watching the goal back on Sky Sports Moment. That was a beautiful, beautiful pass by Ryan Sessegnon. Peter, my mum collects them. Yeah, my mum collects them, so. I've got quite a few people asking about the dolls. So I'm just having to reiterate that you like to collect them. Ream, target. Oh, that went straight into Snodgrass's face. Sessegnon or Ronaldo? It's going to be obvious, Ronaldo. Villa scores 1-0 Fulham. Thomas Kearney with the goal. Better football definitely from the probably from the boys in white at the moment. But I will say since the Fulham goal, Aston Villa have started attacking a bit more and causing a little bit of trouble to Fulham. Aniquette's goal scorer was Tom Kearney. And that is a throw into Aston Villa. I mean, yeah, T, I will. I'm English. I'd love to see an English team win, especially against a team like Real Madrid. So yeah, I think if I do watch the game tonight, it will definitely be watching as a Liverpool fan. Champions League, I believe, is on BT Sport. I think there's a way you guys can watch it for free. If you go on to the BT Sport YouTube channel and watch a couple of their videos, they show you something at the end of their video to show you how you can watch the game for free. Do I think Sessegnon will leave in the summer? If Fulham don't win today, I do. Dream signing for Fulham. I'm not sure. If I'm being completely honest, Ben, I'm not actually sure. Sam scored wonderfully. And that is a yellow card to Dennis Adoy. That sounds about right. No, that was definitely a yellow. I just watched the challenge back. That was definitely a yellow card. Guys, I do apologise if I'm not seeing all your messages. There are 153 of you in here. And you are replying quite quickly. Sort of messaging here quite quickly. So, see, we'll go the other way around. I'd say that Kenny's a better player than Neves. Granted, Jay Neves has scored some good goals this season, but they're the only goals that he's scored this season. He's only scored 2 goals this season, as far as I'm aware. Granted, they've both been very good goals, but that's, as far as I'm seeing, all he's done this season. So for that reason, I'm going with Kearney over Neves. Do I think Villa should sign Johnson permanently?
Oh, no.
Definitely. Grealish should have scored there. That should be 1-1. Andy, yes, score is still 1-0. On my screen, I think I may be slightly behind some other people who may be watching. Okay, Neves scored 6 this year. That's actually good. That's a good return for him, to be fair. I'm not sure why I thought it was only 2, so apologies for that. But Ben, no, I wouldn't. No way. Thanks so much, appreciate it, man. Go on, Kenny. That's a beautiful ball. Ryan Fredericks breaking into the penalty area. Too many players around him, and that is a corner to Fulham. Villa, much appreciated for that, man. Thanks a lot. Andy Blue, I believe I've had a couple of people in this stream say the game's on ESPN Plus. I don't know whether that's true or not. So you might want to go and give that a look and just see, because I know that ESPN were doing the playoff semis for Fulham, so I would have thought they'd probably do the final as well. So ESPN Plus will be the place you want to check, mate. And that was a corner that went absolutely nowhere. No, that's gone off. That's a throw-in. Nice try, McDonald, but no, that's gone off. Charlie scores 1-0 Fulham. Harrison, yeah, it's not nice that the game is on a subscription service. Mitrovic, it's on a subscription service like Sky. I do think that it would be better for it to be on terrestrial TV, especially with a game of this magnitude. There's a reason why. There's a reason why it's called the £170 million match. Tom, if we get up next season, I think it's going to be it'll be a tough season. I don't think we'll be in trouble to getting relegated or anything like that. I think we're probably going to be bottom half of the table, unfortunately. Really unfortunately.
What are you complaining about?
But we shall see. You put in the right money for him, Will, you can have him. But I think that should have been Mitro. What were you doing? You really should have paid attention to that.
And the wise old heads, relatively speaking, are looking very ragged at times here. Look at that back line experience they've got.
That falls back to Adoy. Adoy plays the ball back to Bettinelli, and that was a really big error there by Aston Villa. Almost cost them. It almost cost them. Abrin, I don't think there's going to be that many goals in that Champions League match, and I'm being completely honest. Especially not 8 goals. Fulham breaking here with Sessegnon out on the right-hand side now. Finds Kearney. Kearney back across to Fredericks. Fredericks will try and put the ball into the middle. Sessegnon, that's a goal kick to Aston Villa. My prediction for the final, I think it's going to be, I think both teams will score.
James Chester is such an important block. I think Mitchell is actually surprised when the ball arrives at his feet.
I think I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool in that final, I think. I know that's an odd thing to say, and I know that the defences are quite weak, but I think it's going to be more the case of both teams are going to cancel each other out in the middle of the park. So that's why I said 3-1 Liverpool. Kearney with the ball for Fulham just inside the Aston Villa half. Free kick given by Anthony Taylor. Given for a foul on Kearney.
Given the hurdy-burdy of the Championship season, you can almost have too much time between games. He's described the build-up to this one as like waiting for the dentist.
Free kick will be taken just in front of the halfway line by McDonald. Back to Adoy. Adoy to Ream. Ream breaks into the Aston Villa half, looking for options. Interestingly, Fulham's wingers have swapped wings. Sessegnon is now playing on the right, and Abubakar Kamara is on the left-hand side. Yednak breaks for Aston Villa. They've got a couple of men in support here. Grealish, Snodgrass, bad ball, dispossessed there by Tom Kearney. Score is 1-0 Fulham. And Johansson has stayed down. There's nothing in that. There's nothing in that whatsoever. I think as Johansson turned round then, he damaged his ankle. Fourth officials announced 2 minutes of additional time at the end of this first half. That's 2 minutes of added time.
Sporting venues. We're also very busy at another Wentworth for the BMW Golf Championship. That's now over on Sky Sports Golf, and Rory McIlroy certainly making the headlines.
I couldn't, Harry, no. By the time I wanted to get all the tickets are gone, unfortunately. So instead, I'm here talking to you guys on YouTube. Johansson is now back on his feet. I did say there was 2 minutes of additional time. I think there's going to be a little bit more than that now.
Component. It's benefited from some tough luck in its early
Johansson gingerly jogging back to the halfway line.
Believe it or not, given his performances since his desire.
Josh, my name on Xbox is Kieran Wright 92. It's what I use for everything on all my my main social media anyway.
Again. Camera. Kearney in control. Drifting into target. Camera.
Okay, I'm not sure why you did that, Kamara. There was absolutely no one there. Sorry, Josh. My Xbox game tag is Kieran Wright 92, so it's literally just the name that you can hear. Do it here. Just put on there. Yeah, but the ref needs to add extra time on for Johansson's injury, Dad. They said +2 if the game was being played. The game weren't being played. He is literally the worst person to watch football with. I'm not even joking. He's literally the worst person to watch football with. As soon as the time's finished, he's going, right, that's it. I'm not sure, Josh. I might be. Yeah, maybe well. I mean, the game's Tom White. Fulham don't win to stay in the Championship. Do you think? I'd like to think we're going to be up in an automatic promotion place. That is the half-time whistle, by the way, guys. It's 1-0 Fulham at half-time. So to go back to Tom's question, do I think we'll be up? I'd like to think if we don't go up today, we will be up in an automatic position. But of course, you've always got that thought of doing what Reading did, because of course Reading were the team that beat us last year in the playoffs, and they really struggled this year. So yeah, there's definitely a chance that we could be in the same position and we could struggle. But I'm hoping we don't have to get to that, and I'm hoping that in 45 minutes' time we will be winning this game and getting up into the Premier League, where I really hope we need to be. Basically, it's going to sound really silly, guys, but I really want Fulham in FIFA. I really want Fulham in the Premier League because it means Craven Cottage is on FIFA. I know that sounds so bad, but that's literally one of the reasons why I'd love Fulham to win this game.
You can't get it all. This one.
That added to the fact, of course, that
There's quite a few that I can't get. I'm not.
if Fulham stay in the Championship, got any worries over the 3 relegated Premier teams? You always have to. You've always got to worry about the teams that come down from the Premier League, because they're going to want to fight and get their position back as quickly as possible. I mean, that's what we didn't do when we got relegated. Only teams who are in the Premier League or have been in the Premier League since they've brought into FIFA the fact that they're going to do the official stadiums, get their grounds, and from that moment on they're in for the entirety of FIFA's existence. So you've got like Villa Park in FIFA at the moment, even though Villa are in the Championship. Next season you'll still get the Stadium of Light, the Liberty, the Hawthorns, all the teams that have been relegated since I think FIFA 16, I think. So if your team's been in the Premier League, if you support an English team since FIFA 16, your ground should be in FIFA. Mitch, do I think Fulham are going to survive this? If we go up, I do. I do think we're going to survive. I'm going to predict somewhere between probably 11th and 15th. I don't think we'll be top half of the table. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love for us to be further higher up the table. I really would, but I think it's definitely going to be sort of a bit of a. I think it's going to be more damage limitation next season if we go up. If the game stays like this and Fulham end up winning, it's definitely going to be damage limitation next season. Try as much as we can to not get relegated. Try and win as many games as we can to get to that magic point mark where we can't get relegated. So yeah, there's also a chance that Aston Young could leave. There's a chance that we could go into the Premier League next season with half the team we've got this year. So it's always a risk. Who's going down next season, Sam? I'm not sure. I think it's too early to say at the moment. You've really got to see who people bring in during the postseason. Half-time score for those who are just joining is Fulham 1, Aston Villa 0. Goal was scored by Tom Kearney in the 23rd minute. Beautiful build-up play there by Fulham to lead up to the goal. It was Adoy just inside his own half, flicks the ball out to Ryan Sesson, switches the play over to Sesson Young about 20-25 yards out, spots the run of Kearney, slots it in between the two centre-backs. Kearney, first time left foot, past Johnson, 1-0 Fulham. And that's how it's stayed so far. I will say, since conceding, Villa have definitely come back and have definitely caused us a bit of trouble. Connor, my mum collects the dolls that you can see up behind me there.
I don't really.
So, if we don't get to the Premier, Slav's most definitely the man to take us forward. There's a lot of people asking about Sessegnon. If Fulham don't win this game, I think Sessegnon will leave. If we stay up, Sessegnon will most definitely stay. So it's going to be interesting. Is that what you think, Alfie? If we got, we'll be straight back down. I don't know. I'd like to say that we won't be. I'll be honest, Mitch. I don't really watch. I don't really watch international. Don't watch Italian football. So it'll be interesting. It's a beautiful, beautiful ball. Oh, okay. I'm going to apologise. It wasn't Odoi with the original pass. It was Johansson. Johansson out to Sessegnon. Sessegnon to Kearney. Kearney first time. For people who are just joining us, I just want to reiterate, due to copyright laws and possible violations of both EFL and YouTube policy, I won't be able to show the match. All you're going to have is my face, unfortunately. But I'm here to talk to you guys, answer any questions that you may have. Almost lost my laptop. That would have been an interesting video. You just see my ceiling and a.
When I first saw it, I didn't think so, but every time I watch it, it looks worse. I'm not agreeing with it. So my brain's like,
sorry, I was just going to.
How did he get away with that?
See, I told you.
How did he?
I told you, Dad.
I mean, like
Dave, I couldn't get to
right
it.
there. The fourth official should have said something. Look at that. Look where the fourth official is in a minute. He's standing behind Bruce. What is the point of the fourth official?
Bruce was in the way.
Half of the fouls made on the team have been made on.
Yeah, as I say, Dave, unfortunately, I can't. I couldn't afford to go to the game. Didn't have the money, and by the time I got the money to be able to purchase tickets were sold out. So Mitrovic is. Man, it's your mod, bruv. You can do it. Just go to the person's comment on the right hand side, click the 3 dots, and you can remove them or hide them from the channel. Who do I think to win the Champions League? I've said it quite a few times in this stream. I'm going Liverpool. I'm going with 3-1 Liverpool win, purely due to how badly the Real Madrid defence has been in the league this year. I think Salah's just going to get behind sort of Sergio Ramos and people like that. So we'll have to wait and see. And I'm going to be having the second half start very, very soon. I'm not sure what Fulham's payroll will look like if we're promoted. I'm not too known about the sort of the pay packs that we get. I just know that this game's called the £170 million match. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet for the final, Mitch. I might be around. I'm not sure yet. But if I am around, then I'll be live again or another live stream like this. And again, you guys can chat to me there. Frisky, the game in the UK, if you are UK based, the game is on Sky Sports Main Event. I've heard a few sort of rumours on this live stream that the game's on in the US as well on ESPN Plus. But I can't confirm that. I don't know. I am UK based. It's half time at the moment, Jack. Second half's just about to start, mate. It's 1-0 Fulham. Yes, Frisky, I did. Sky Sports Main Event, mate. Shahi Khan for me has been a fantastic manager. I will admit, when he first took over the club and sort of gave inclinations that he was only taking control of Fulham to get more publicity for his Jacksonville Jaguars team, I was slightly worried. But he's sort of got a bit more behind the team now. especially with this sort of purchase offer of Wembley, which is really, really weird. Well, there we go. Abraham's just said that someone's actually live streaming this game on Periscope. So if you guys do want to go and watch the game live, if you can't watch it, head on over to there. And I thank you for watching if you do decide to go.
We will not be the prime suspect.
Thanks, Phil. I'm hoping we do go up, mate. I'm really, really hoping we go up. It's been a long slog down in the Championship, and I should be having the second half in a couple of minutes. Josh, I've had someone say that there's apparently a Periscope link going around. I don't know. I don't know how much truth there is to that. Craven Cottage is about 30,000 seats, mate. So it's enough to hold a Premier League crowd. Because what we do is, at the moment for the Championship games, we've been only giving sort of half of our away end to opposition fans. Why, I don't know, but we have. You and I'm not showing the game, mate, unfortunately, due to policy violations from both the EFL and YouTube, so I'm not able to do so.
Well, I haven't spent any all week. Obviously, mixing all week, all the low ones.
Yeah.
But you know the red girl, unique that 110. The only reason you got that
It's been a long while since we were last in the Premier League. We're going about 5 years, possibly. How do I think England will do in the World Cup? Not very good. If I'm going to be completely honest, I hold no hope for England. The only thing I'm happy about is the fact that Joe Hart's not going. I'm very happy that Nick Pope's going instead of Joe Hart. He deserves it. There we go. Seth says 2012-13. That sounds about right, I think, actually. Yeah. Probably about 5 years since we were lost in the Premier League. So definitely looking to get back into the Premier League. So we shall see. And hopefully I'm going to get my my match back very soon. Abrian, sort of positive and negative. Obviously negative because he was snubbed by Southgate for the World Cup side, but positive because as good as he's been this year, I think there are better left-sided players out there in England. I mean, you've got people like Marcus Rashford that can play it on the left-hand side. So that's probably where Southgate's going to go. He's going to go with probably Sterling on the right and Rashford on the left, with probably Kane and Vardy up top. There's always a chance for England to get second in their group. There's always a chance for England in their group.
We should win that group. We should walk it.
But it's England, so you can never be
We are going to walk it.
sure. Dixon too, he was a fantastic player when he played for Fulham. Really, really was. Josh, I haven't got the game back yet, but that's because I'm watching via Now TV, so I'm slightly delayed. The game may well be on if you're watching live on Sky Sports, something like that. There's always a chance Mitrovic will score. Always a chance for Mitrovic to score, Chris. I'd like for him to score. Thanks, Dan.
In the last 6 Championship playoff finals.
Going against Colombia in the round of 16. That'll be interesting if we can get there. That's the main question, if we can get there. Well, I'm about to go into the second half. Just going to a quick ad break, and then we will be back with the second half. And I'll try my best to commentate as best as I can, guys. But I might end up just watching my screen and being the worst possible host ever. So if I do that, I apologise. I sincerely apologise for getting engrossed in the game. It's a very good point, Frisky. Anything can happen. I mean, if you go back to 2010, possibly World Cup. Yeah, 2010 World Cup. Uruguay, Ghana. Ghana had the chance of getting to the semi-finals. Cheers, Josh.
Yeah.
Look, Fulham being in the Premier League is the main thing for me. But of course, you've got that added moniker of being in FIFA for eternity, and that's just fantastic. I just love it. Who do I fancy playing first to get promoted? I don't know. I'm really not actually sure there, Tom. Of course, you want Arsenal Goodall. Of course, you want Arsenal. Yeah, I've got the teams coming out now on my screen, Josh. Anthony Taylor has a whistle in his hands. Look, mate, it depends on who you bring in, mate. Alright, Aston Villa will be starting the second half. And Hurahan will be the man to kick off. And we are live in the second half here.
No changes to the personnel of either side as the second half gets underway.
And there's Adoma. Adoma for Aston Villa. Plays the ball back to El Mohammadi. Yedinak, beautiful ball out to Adoma. Adoma tries to find Graben just over his head. Fredericks can. Oh, that was risky. Anything you disagree with in this one? No, Frisky, I don't, mate. I think that was probably the best team that could have gone out at the time. Big bits, I can't turn the screen around, mate. If I turn the screen around, the stream will be taken down because I know what the EFL are like. Cleared there by Tim Ream. Tries to find Session, finds Sessignon, tries to find Mitrovic, dispossessed by Chester. Back to Terry, back to Johnson, who really slices that. Good touch by Kamara there. Kamara to Kearney. Johansson back to Kearney. Kearney finds Adoy, who can find Tom Kearney again. Very good challenge there by Jack Grealish, and Aston Villa can break here. And they can break in numbers. They've got 4 men going forward here. Oh, Grealish just loses his footing. Jack Grealish loses his footing, and Fulham can recover. Yeah, he lost his footing, so he fell over. Johansson, Kamara. He's got Mitrovic outside of him. Mitrovic into the middle. Trying to find Sessignon, and that is a corner. Oh, throw it. Okay, my mistake. Throw it. Georgie, I don't have a link for the match, unfortunately, mate. I'm watching actually on my TV. Fredericks to take this throw for Fulham. Thanks, Fabio. Much appreciated, man. Of course, you're gonna have hate scream in your room, Dan.
Huh? He's talking on his
I've got Dan in. I've got Dan in the chat. Johansson, hit that, son. Johansson, oh, unlucky. I will say Aston Villa do look slightly broken at the moment. They do look rather downbeat. Fulham have sort of come out fighting in the second half. In the early going, so I think if Fulham can get a goal quickly, it might be the final blow for Aston Villa, possibly even the killer blow for Aston Villa, and hopefully we can go forward and just confirm that. Well, just confirm the win and ensure that we're fine going forward and going it back into the Premier League. Hutton with the ball here for Aston Villa, finds Adoma. He's got a couple of men in the middle if he can find them. Go to the back stick to Snodgrass, high and over. Go for it, Abra, not a problem, mate. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a watch along for the Champions League final yet or not. If I do, I'll put a little video out on this channel just before I go live to let you guys know. Anyway, thanks for watching, man.
Tony Jar looks on. A lot at stake here for Aston Villa. If they are not able to secure promotion here, it will be something.
Nodded on and back to Sam Johnson. Nick Buell, thanks for the subscription, man. Much appreciated. Frisky, I might watch the Champions League final. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a watch along. I might just relax for the evening and just watch the game. Probably because I'm not going to be able to talk after this game. Probably because I'm going to be shouting too much if Fulham win. I do need to remember that I am on a live stream and I have got a headphone here. Well, a microphone here, so I'll try not to deafen you guys too much. Liverpool Real, it'll be a good game tonight. I'm going for a Liverpool win. I've said that a few times already. But we'll see. We will most definitely see going forward. Adoma with the ball for Aston Villa, finds Hutton, just keeps that on, finds Adoma, dispossessed by Fredericks. Fredericks finds Adoy, under slight pressure by Graben. Battleman, I've said 1-0 Fulham. At the moment, we're at 1-0 Fulham. But as I say this, Aston Villa are breaking here. Harahan, Adoma with a man in the middle. That should have been 1-1, and that was Jack Grealish. That really should have been 1 apiece. Bettinelli was beaten. I think if Grealish had just got over that a little bit more, that would have been 1-1. Very, very good ball by Adoma. Very good ball by Adoma. Very slack defending by Fulham. Very, very slack defending by Fulham. And it was a goal kick given. I think Grealish was adamant that Bettinelli got a touch to that. He didn't, and a goal kick has been given. Oh, Prince William's in the crowd. That's going to be nice and fun at the end of this game if Fulham win. For those who aren't sure about that, Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge in the United Kingdom, is a die-hard, lifelong Aston Villa fan. He's also the chairman of the FA. So normally they are the ones that hand over the trophy to the team that win this match. So Adoma with a cross. That should be a free kick to Fulham, and it is. Free kick to Fulham for a push by Snodgrass on target. But Fulham are falling asleep. Fulham were the stronger team at the opening moments of this half, but Aston Villa have sort of bounced back now. So it's worrying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting very nervous now. Seth, I don't know of too many. There's always a talk of Seth, obviously. I think Kane to Newcastle will probably come back out again. Huracan with a cross. What a... No, he didn't get a touch on that. I thought he did. That again was a very dangerous ball. Villa are playing very, very dangerous football at the moment from a Fulham perspective. I'm getting very worried. Going back to your question, Seth. Kenny to Newcastle, as it was in January, that will probably come out again. In terms of players in, Mitrovic in on a permanent deal because of the Jokanovic Serbian connection. That will probably get thrown around quite a bit. But other than that, I've not really heard of anything else. So I suppose no news is good news. So just go that way. Grealish with the ball on the edge of the Fulham box. He's got Adoy with him, causing him a bit of trouble. Tries to find Graham and goes over his head to Al Mohammadi on the opposite side now. I couldn't get a ticket to the game. This is the reason why I haven't gone to the match, unfortunately. Didn't have the money when the tickets were out, and then when I did have the money, the tickets were gone. That's a dangerous ball, cleared by Camara, partially. Adoy seconds it. Talk to each other. I really hope that Mitrovic stays with us as well, Seth. I really, really do. Aston Villa are definitely pushing forward now in this second half. Adoma, he's got Grealish to his right hand side if he chooses to use him. Chooses not to and gets dispossessed by Kenny. That's a beautiful ball to Sessegnon. Trying to find Kamara, too heavy. I don't think he was offside. Score still 1-0. 1-0 to Fulham. If we get into the Prem, I've said lower half, bottom half of the table. But the top, if it makes it the top half of the bottom half of the table. So 11th to 15th. I don't think we're going to finish half. How do I think West Ham will do? It'll be interesting. Depends when they bring in as a manager. You what? That's not sure. No, Dad. Lucy asked whether we wanted it whilst the game was on or after the game. I said after, and you didn't respond. So, Kenny out to Target on this left-hand side. Matt Target. Sessegnon back to Target, back into the middle. Mitrovic! Oh! Almost 2-0. I think I am slightly behind a few other people that may be watching this game. Yeah, thanks guys. As I score is 1-0 Fulham. Tom Kenny with the goal after about 23 minutes. If Villa win, Sessegnon leaves. Yeah. Easiest way of putting it. If Villa win, Sessegnon leaves. Come on.
No.
Aaron, if you're talking about the Premier League, I'm definitely going to say Man City again. They pretty much ran away with the league this season, and I think they'll do the same again next. Prediction for this game, Ben, I've said 1-0 Fulham. That is the score at the moment. That's how I'm staying with it. I'm hoping it stays like that. Adoma. He's got Hutton on the left-hand side and choosing not to use him. Goes back to Hurahan instead. Jedinak back to Hurahan. Has got Hutton in support. Uses him. Back to Hurahan. Hurahan back into his own half now to John Terry. Terry can go forward and find Graben. Under pressure from McDonald, falls back to Terry. Can Adoma get that? He can. But Fredericks does well to dispossess him. Ball falls through to Kearney. Loses the ball to Grealish. Graben. Lewis Graben. Brilliant block there by Dennis Adoy. Score remains 1-0 Fulham.
This is a great bit of defending from Dennis Adoy.
We did, Batman. We should have been in the all-max promotion positions. But when we needed to do the job, we bottled it. Reading did what they needed to do. They held Cardiff to a 0-0 draw. All we had to do was beat Birmingham, and we lost 3-1. We've only got ourselves to blame.
On the right, there's Brendan. There as well. And Gordon Cowan's right on the right. And the Bruce Stradley with Alex in attendance. The anniversary of Aston Villa's greatest glory, and Peter Wynn, the man who grabbed the vital goal in the European Cup final against Bayern Munich.
To be fair, Villa had a good season this year. Do I think we'll bottle it today? No. I really hope we don't. No, I don't think we will. I think we've got the making of Villa this year now. Ball falls with Kearney to Sessegnon. Ryan Sessegnon, who's been a fantastic player, finds Target, back to Sessegnon. Sessegnon trying to find Mitrovic. Mitrovic almost pulls the trigger. Ball falls to McDonald. Nope. Curtis, I can't show the game, mate. If I show the game, the EFL will very quickly shut the stream down. I know what they're like. Three favourite Premier League teams. First one, purely due to location, Crystal Palace. I live in Croydon, but was brought up in Fulham, hence why I support Fulham. So Palace, Curtis scores 1-0 Fulham, mate. Man City, because I just enjoy their way of play, and because quite a few of my friends support this team. Arsenal are my third sort of favourite, if you want to put it, Premier League team. Of course, if Fulham get up, then Man City can come off of my top 3 list, and Fulham are very much going to the top of that list. So, Kenny's had a fantastic season for us, as has Ryan Sessegnon, so really hoping that we can win this game and can keep these players. Because if we don't, we're going to be in trouble next season. Is the easiest way of putting it. We will be in trouble. Camera finds Kearney to Fredericks, who can use his pace if he chooses to. Nothing there. There's nothing there, Fredericks. Shut up. Ben Cookies, what do I think of Portsmouth? I think that Portsmouth have made a very, very good signing.
Oh, well.
Jack Grealish. Still Grealish. Beautiful save by Bettinelli. Fantastic save there by Bettinelli. Cleared there by Target. Katrovic get off to this. He's got Terry, who knocks the ball back to Johnson. Johnson knocks the ball out over the opposite side of the field. Snodgrass playing very deep in the midfield at the moment. Ball falls to Jedinak. Across to El Mohammadi on this right-hand side for Aston Villa. Matt James, I'm watching this game on Sky Sports main event. Walsh, you have started your question as well, mate. Yes, it is. Sky Sports main event is the place you want to go if you're in the UK to watch this game. Hawkeye, second half, Aston Villa have definitely come out fighting. We are 60 minutes gone now. Score still remains 1-0 Fulham. El Mohammadi with the ball on this right-hand side. He's got Hutton over the left if he chooses to use him. Instead goes back to Jedinak, who then does use Hutton on the left-hand side now. Finds Adoma. Adoma facing off against Kamara, puts the ball dangerously into the penalty area. Unfortunately, no one there in a Aston Villa shirt, but the ball goes back in. Partially cleared. Grealish shouts the handball, immediately given no by Anthony Taylor. Immediately given as a no by Anthony Taylor. Matthew James, thanks for the subscription, mate. Much appreciated. Aston Villa really piling on the pressure now in this second half. Alan Hutton into the penalty area, cleared by Dennis Addoy. Only as far as Jedinak, who can put the ball back into the penalty area. Hurahan over to El Mohammadi, to Snodgrass on this right-hand side. Back to El Mohammadi. Finds Jedinak under pressure from Johansson. Still not fully cleared, though. Still not fully cleared. Mitrovic has been very quiet in this game, Christopher. Thank you, Lewis, mate. Much appreciated. And finally cleared there by Kenny, but again, only as far as Alan Hutton.
What? What they all got their arms up for?
Hutton finds Adoma. Adoma. Grealish.
Well, Cameron, I don't know what.
Loses his balance and Kamara goes over the top of him. And that is a free kick to Fulham. And Grealish is getting a... Whoa, it's all blowing up here now, guys. It's all blowing up here. I didn't really see what happened there. That's a yellow card for Jack Grealish, I think, for the foul on Kearney. And I think Mitrovic will probably get booked here for... that was a very dangerous challenge there by Jack Grealish. And yeah, it was. Alexander Mitrovic.
He knew it.
And Mitrovic very quickly went and reacted to this. So I think Mitrovic will probably end up getting booked for this as well. It really was a horrible challenge.
He knew.
I've just watched that back. It was a horrible, horrible challenge by Jack Grealish. Right onto Kearney's ankle. Ball was well gone. Adoma's had a very good game, Brayfort. Grealish, before he got booked, had a very good game. But I think the yellow card, that's not a handball. I'm sorry. Graham Thompson, thanks for the subscription, mate. Much appreciated. Jack, do I think Sessegnon should have gone to the World Cup? No. I don't think he's ready yet. Yes, they did actually. We actually did come out and say we've got. Yeah, we said we wanted £100 million for Sessegnon, but yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it will happen. I think if someone comes in with something about 50, I think, or even anything from about 30 to 50, I think the board will have to accept it.
Classic cliche, isn't it? The game of two halves.
Sessignon, he's had a fantastic year for us this year. He really has. It's a throw-in to Fulham, halfway in the Aston Villa half. Ryan Fredericks will take it on the right-hand side. Hawkeye, I can't show the game, unfortunately. It will violate the policies of both YouTube and the EFL, and they'll very quickly shut it down. It's Kearney with the ball here for Fulham. Finds Mitrovic. Tries to get a pass across to Stefan Johansson, but just cannot get the ball across to him. Villa have a chance to break, but Kearney very quickly wins it back. Kamara. It's got two Villa players around and no movement from the Fulham players. Kearney out to Fredericks. Fredericks can put the ball into the middle here. Instead, decides to run through into the middle. McDonald blocked by James Chester, and that is a corner to Fulham. Frisky, I've just hit the 65th minute, mate. Fulham manager Slavis Jokanovic. Yeah, I agree. Session was very, very, very quiet last game of the season. I think because it was the case of relying on other results going our way. I think the team just gave up. Right. There is a corner here for Fulham. Ball played into the middle. Oh, it hit McDonald's head, but I don't think he knew too much about it.
He certainly thinks so. There's a wrestling match going on.
Oh, God, my phone's going bonkers here. Right. I've got a few subscriptions to go through. Right, who have I got? Vietback, thanks for subscribing. If you're still here. Tisham, I said thank you to Nick Mule, thank you for subscribing. Matthew James, thank you for subscribing. Lewis, thank you for subscribing. Graham Thompson, thank you for subscribing. Callum Minnis, thank you for subscribing. And Robert Bailey, thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated to all of you. Thank you very, very much. Brayford, thank you very much for the subscription. Much appreciated, my friend. Grealish scuffed the shot. And easy save there for Marcus Benelli.
Everything closes down. McDonald then can get close to Grealish. Here's Reed, one of those red fours. You see at least once a game that putting the centre backs on a little charge like that. Half-time can change.
In the last 10 minutes, the action areas have majority been in Fulham's half, which I'm not too happy of. All you guys who are subscribing, much appreciated, guys. Really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. And it's Sessignon about to hopefully break into the penalty area. Finds Johansson just over the bar. Should be 2-0. Agreed, Dan. That should have been 2-0, mate. You're ahead of me. As I think we worked out anyway. Let's move this up here. Wait, there we go.
John Terry away. That opens a space for Johansson.
Let me do that. There we go. That's a bit better. 68 minutes gone, guys. Score is still 1-0 Fulham. No substitutions yet. Snodgrass, Adoma. Fulham can possibly break here. Kamara, Abubakar Kamara, flying down into the Aston Villa half, and still Kamara, still Kamara.
Oh, unlucky.
Loses his balance. Loses his balance. No penalty.
That wasn't his fault. He just going too fast, couldn't stop.
Nah, Menz, he lost his balance, mate. That's never a pen.
Yeah.
I'd love for it to have been a pen, but it was never a pen. Never a pen.
Look at this, he was going way too fast. He tried to stop himself.
He got into the penalty shot. Tried to
none of that.
Tried to cut the ball back behind Hart and lost his balance and fell over. Do I think I could play for him? Hell no. Hell no. I do not have the footballing ability. Johansson finds Sessegnon with a chance to go 2-0 up here. Kamara, is he going to hit this?
No.
No, instead tries to go for pass. Kearney.
Each other.
Johansson.
Oh,
And there is a chance for Aston Villa to possibly break here. Score at the moment, guys, remains 1-0 at the moment. Oh my gosh. Goodbye, Odoi. Goodbye, Dennis Odoi. Fulham down to 10 men.
Really?
Fulham down to 10 men. Odoi on Grealish. Odoi had already been booked in the first half. Timmy, I'm not sure if I'm going to do one yet.
Really?
Agree. Defibrillator nearby for Dan. I think I'm going to need one. Stupid challenge. Should never have gone in the way he did. I don't even think the ref gave him a second yellow. I think he went straight to his back pocket, straight red. No, it was two yellows. If I'm being completely honest, Fulham should have been down to 10 men a lot earlier than this. Fulham are about to make a double change. I think Ryan Frederick should have been sent off in that first half for a stamp on Jack Grealish. But it was, I will admit, it was very strange for that one. It was right in front of the fourth official when Kevin Prince didn't say anything. So. But that, I'm just watching the challenge back. It was a stupid challenge by Odoi. Should never have done it. Should never have done it. As he gave the referee no choice. The ref had to send him off. And there is a double Fulham change taking place. As far as I'm aware, it's a double change anyway. Oh, Chris, I agree. We should be down to 9 men. Johansson definitely struggling here. I'm thinking that it will be, substitution for Fulham. Stefan Johansson coming off and Ollie Norwood coming on. Matthew, I love Tim. He's a fantastic central defender. One of the ever-growing American contingent at Fulham. Of course, in the years past, we've had Marcus Hanneman, Casey Keller, Brian McBride, Clint Dempsey, Carlos Bocanegra. And we've currently got a young player called Luca Della Torre, who's also an American. Score still 1-0 Fulham. Fulham are, though, down to 10 men, and Aston Villa have got a free kick, probably about 30 yards out at the moment. I think there was going to be a second Fulham change, but after the sending off, we changed our minds. It was supposed to be Thomas Callas coming on, but that has not taken place now. Red was very much deserved, Abrian. We're definitely going to be under the cosh now for the remaining sort of 20 minutes of this game. So we shall see what happens. Get rid of that, please. I think Fulham will definitely play very defensive now, Christopher. It's to be expected, especially going down to 10 men in a game of this magnitude. Get rid of that, Ollie. I'm not sure what sort of changes we're going to make to accommodate the gap in defence. Beautiful ball by Kearney. Tries to find Kamara. Kamara's got Hutton for support. Holds the ball up. Waits for Fulham players to come. Unfortunately, no one turns up. Kearney has just turned up now, though. Oh, through his legs. That was rather naughty, not going to lie. Across to Fredericks out on this right-hand side. Another player who should not be on this pitch, as far as I'm concerned. Taylor. Oh, that should have been 2-0. Mitrovic just blazes over the bar. Absolutely blazed that over the bar from about 6 yards out. What, you got a touch to that?
I think so.
No, Michael Jackson's touch was very much gone.
Wait a minute. I think, yeah.
Oh, it took a deflection off James Chester. So it is a corner for Fulham. 74 minutes gone. Score is still 1-0 Fulham. But as I have said, Fulham are down to 10 men. Kearney's goal Taylor was a
Can't get this goal and then get from them.
it was a well-worked team goal. Timmy, I'm not sure if I'm going to go live for the Champions League final yet. But I will let you guys know towards the end of the stream whether I will or not. Norwood finds McDonald. What, left of the game? About 15 minutes.
You understand why McDonald's in there for his experience, but also his height. You put on not balls into the box, McDonald in the air is decent.
I agree, Jonathan. It's going to be. If anything, it's going to be more difficult now for Aston Villa because Fulham are just going to sit back now. We're just going to sit back and try and absorb as much of this Aston Villa possession as we can, and possibly even try and catch them on the break. Adoma with a chance to whip it into the penalty area. I think Bettinelli probably called for that, but the call was ignored. Grealish, out-muscled by Mitrovic. You're not going to out-muscle Alexander Mitrovic. He's an absolute tank.
Oh, come on!
And he gets dragged down by Jedinak, and that is a yellow card for Mila Jedinak. I think Jedinak knew exactly what he was doing there. It was a case of if Mitrovic had gone past Jedinak, that would have most definitely been 2-0 Fulham. Adam, I can't put the camera on the TV now.
Between these two at the end where they had each other.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
We got Fulham substitution is now taking place, and as I thought we would be doing, we're plugging that gap that's currently in the middle of our central defence. Abubakar Kamara not happy about coming off the field, but has to, because we need to put the extra centre back on. So that extra centre back coming off the field is Alas, and Abubakar Kamara has been booked, probably for time wasting or reacting to something that Robert Snodgrass has said. Guys, I'll say again, I can't show can't put my camera onto the TV. If I do that, it will break policies from YouTube and the EFL, and it will cause the stream to get shut down. So I don't want to do that. I'm very much liking having a chat with you guys that are out here. No, I don't think so. Element. We've just brought on Callas, so Callas will sit in the back now. So we'll go with Ream, Callas in the centre, and then we'll go Target on the left and Fredericks White out on the right, which will probably mean Session will stay in midfield. Thomas couldn't get a ticket, mate. Had no money when the tickets went out on sale, and then by the time I had money to try and purchase the tickets, they were all sold out, unfortunately. So it's not the best, but I'm making do with what I've got, which is a game on my TV and a chat with you wonderful people on YouTube. Yeah, Frisky, this is very, very tense. I'm not liking this. Battle Kenny. And that's come off her hand last. That's got to be a Fulham throw-in. And it is.
No, there's more than that. Much more than that. There's about another 25 minutes.
Thanks so much for this man, fan from the USA, and I can't watch. Thanks a lot, man. I've been told the game might be on ESPN Plus. I don't know whether there's any truth to that. But if you guys have got access to ESPN Plus in the United States, do check it out. Score is 1-0 Fulham. We are in the 79th minute now, so we've got about 10 minutes plus added time. More than that. I think there's going to be a fair few minutes of added time, unfortunately. It's going to be interesting. Sam, we were looking at about £60-65 a ticket for this game, mate. And I was trying to get paid early, but couldn't. That was risky. That was almost 1-1. Grealish gets dispossessed. Ball falls back to James Chester. Snodgrass with the ball now on the right hand side. Finds Josh Onoma. Can you clear that, please, boys? Kenny's going to need to get rid of that, and he does. It's getting very nervy now from a Fulham perspective. The sending off has most definitely changed the complexion of this game. I think Fulham are definitely going to struggle now for these last 10 minutes. And from a Fulham perspective, this is a lovely sight. From an Aston Villa perspective, not so much. Fortunately, Conor Hourihane is on the floor in pain. Seems to be holding his sort of upper leg out by sort of his hamstring area. So beautiful challenge there by Ollie Norwood to make sure that ball stays clear. Fantastic block there by Norwood. Oh, I get very nervy in any situation anyway, Frisky. Fulham are readying another change. It will be another defensive change, which is to be expected. With 10 minutes to go, I'll do mine. And Scott Hogan is looking to come on for Aston Villa. So there's going to be a change for both teams. Hogan coming on for Aston Villa, and Cyrus Christie coming on for Fulham. And Mendy, man up, you're not even a Fulham fan. Hourihane walking very gingerly at the moment. Substitution taking place for Aston Villa, and it is indeed Hourihane that's going to come off. Hourihane coming off and Scott Hogan coming on, which means that clearly Aston Villa are going to go more attacking. They've brought in another striker. There's not safe standing at Fulham, Sam, no. I know we were looking to possibly bring it in at some point, but we haven't yet. Unfortunately, Frisky, as much as it pains me to say it, I can see a late goal from Villa as well. I don't think this game will finish in the next 10 minutes. I do feel that this game is going to unfortunately go to extra time. I don't want it to, but I've got a really bad feeling it will. Adoma with a throw-in for Aston Villa. Finds Onoma. Kodja. Back to Onoma. Graben. Finds Grealish. Snodgrass. Aston Villa really pressing here. And that's a free kick. Foul by Norwood on Grealish. Free kick to Aston Villa. And I think Fulham change now about to take place. Yep. It's a Fulham change taking place. And it's Ryan Fredericks coming off the field, so it's a straight swap at right back. Danny, don't get me wrong, John Terry on goal would be fantastic because it means Fulham go 2-0 up. So substitution is now taking place for Fulham. Ryan Fredericks is coming off the field and Cyrus Christie is coming off to replace him. That is a straight swap at right back. It's one right back coming on for another. I think Fredericks has sort of run himself into the ground today. He's had a fantastic game. He's had a really good game. Really strong down that right hand side. So I think it's just a case of now getting them off the pitch to ensure that we've got a bit more solidarity out on the back line. Free kick for Aston Villa, about 30 yards out. Whipped into the penalty area. Punch clear by Bettinelli. Onoma finds Grealish. Grealish back to Onoma. Onoma into the middle. It's getting very scrappy. It's very scrappy. I'm not really sure who had what there, unfortunately. Onoma, don't commit like that. You cannot give a handball for that. His arm was pretty much down by side anyway. Thomas Swift, I agree, mate. Lewis, we've got about 6 minutes plus added time, mate. It's probably going to be a good, I'm going to say probably as much as about 5 minutes added on, if I'm being completely honest.
I reckon it could be more.
Time ticking away on Villa.
Snodgrass under pressure from Mitrovic and Sessegnon, and that is a Fulham throw-in. Fulham can now hopefully slow down the play a little bit more. We'll just have a look. No, it's never that's never a handball. Thanks, James. Much appreciated, man. Wolves were most definitely the best team in the league. They deserve to win the league. I mean, we had a chance to get that second automatic place, and we bottled it last game of the season. Reading did what they needed to do, getting a draw against Cardiff. All we had to do was beat Birmingham, and we ended up losing 3-1. So, yeah, we were the makers of our own downfall, unfortunately. Aston Villa are pretty much camped inside the Fulham half at the moment. They've probably got about 10 men. Well, probably 9 men inside the Fulham half at the moment. Snodgrass trying to find Hogan. Unfortunately, offside. It's we weren't consistent enough at the start of the season. In the second half of the season, we were fantastic. I think hands down. Again, I'm not being biased, guys, but hands down, second half of the season, Fulham were by far the best team in the league. But we need to have the same consistency at the start of the season, which we didn't have. Wolves did. Wolves won the league perfectly. Congratulations to them. I'm hoping to be up there with them next season. There are 5 minutes plus added time left. I wouldn't go that far yet, Frisky. I don't think we've got it yet. To be completely honest, I'm not going to say that I've got this game until the final whistle goes and I know we're up. Dylan, I'm not at the game, mate, because I couldn't get a ticket. When the tickets were released, I didn't have any money. I was waiting for my boss to pay me. By the time he paid me, unfortunately, all the tickets had gone. I'd love Mitrovic on a permanent deal, Thomas. I really, really would. Late challenge there by Hutton on Mitrovic.
That wasn't a foul. He got the ball.
Referee does give a yellow card.
No, that was not a foul.
Of course, tomorrow's game, which I will not be paying too much attention to, unfortunately. And that's a throw into Aston Villa. Tomorrow's game, for those who may be interested, I will say I probably won't round for it. It's the League One playoff final, Rotherham versus Shrewsbury. A slight bit of Fulham interest in there. Fulham goalkeeper Marat Rodak is currently Rotherham's keeper. So he has also got his own Wembley appearance coming up. I would have thought he'd probably be at this game watching now. Approaching the 87th minute now. And we have just reached the 87th minute. Expansion of Craven Cottage, I'm very excited about. The Riverside Stand expansion looks absolutely amazing. Red Cobs for Dennis Adoy, Fulham player. Second yellow. Could have easily been a straight red if I'm being completely honest. And as I'm saying, as I've said a couple of times already, Fulham don't even deserve to have 10 men on the pitch. We should be down to 9. Ryan Fredericks should have been sent off for a stamp on Jack Grealish. Right in front of the fourth official, but for some reason Kevin Friend didn't say anything. Possible chance here for Aston Villa. It's Kodja inside the penalty area. A couple of players giving him a bit of pressure though. It's Adoma up against Cyrus Christie, who has very recently come on the pitch, so he's very fresh. Grealish, and that was a late challenge by Mitrovic.
Tackle from behind. Not there.
Daniel, what do you want to say? At no point have I actually clickbaited this. I've said that this is a watch-along stream. If you're not sure what a watch-along stream is, it means it's what I'm doing now. I'm communicating with you guys whilst watching the game. Communicating with you alongside the game. I can't show you the game. If I show you the game, the stream will be shut down by both YouTube and the EFL. I'm not in the mood to have that happen. I apologise if you've come on here looking for the game. You're not going to get the game here. I do apologise. If that's not what you're looking for, then please do click off this video. Thank you very much. I've got a free kick here with about a minute and a half plus added time left. Very dangerous position. Snodgrass just wide of Bettinelli's left-hand post. Unfortunately, I don't have any links to this game. That's not a problem at all, Daniel. I just wanted to sort of clarify that and just make sure that you're aware of what it was. Lewis, I sometimes play Fortnite. Not very often, if I'm being completely honest, but I have played it before. We are into the final minute of normal time at the moment. I'm pretty confident in saying there's going to be at least 5 minutes of added time, possibly even more. I hope not. I'm getting very nervous at the moment. Favourite player at Fulham at the moment is most definitely Ryan Sessegnon. Villa have given us a very, very, very tough challenge today. Prediction for the Champions League final, I have gone... I've said 3-1 to Liverpool. I've just been told by a friend of mine that there is 5 minutes of added time. And that should be confirmed on my screen now. There we go. There is 5 minutes of added time here at Wembley in the Championship playoff final between Fulham and Aston Villa. Fulham do lead 1-0. I'm getting nervous. I don't know how things are going to happen. Dylan, how do I feel about the teams who have been relegated to the Championship? I think the teams who were relegated to the Championship will definitely want to get back to the Premier League as quickly as possible. So they're going to come out fighting. So the players in the Championship need to be ready for that. In terms of Wolves, I think they'll probably get maybe a top half finish next season. Cardiff, probably mid-table. And the same with us, providing we win this game. 1 minute gone, 4 to go. There are Aston Villa fans here that are being shown on the screen who are really, really not enjoying life at the moment. I'm a Fulham fan and I'm still not enjoying life at the moment. Do I think Grealish will move to the Prem, Seth? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Jack Grealish is very much a Championship player. Don't know. I rate the player highly. I really, really do. I just don't think he's right for the Premier League. Ream under pressure here from Kodjar. Has that gone out for a corner? No, he's just kept that on. That is a throw-in. It's a throw-in to Aston Villa, and they are going to literally pump everyone forward. Thomas, will Kearney leave? If providing Fulham win this match, no. Grealish under pressure, no penalty. Tells him straight away to get up and point straight for a goal kick.
Oh, that was close.
NS7, I can't show the screen, unfortunately, mate. I can just give you the best commentary that I possibly can. We have got 2.5 minutes left of this game, Sard. Don't worry about it, Jonathan. I've got moderators who are watching this chat for us, mate. Rate Villa's performance out of 5. They've been solid. I'll give them a 4. Probably not SBC. Boos ringing around Wembley at the moment. I don't think the Aston Villa fans were happy with his decision that was there. That's going to be a throw into Fulham. And Fulham will now try and take as much time as they possibly can without getting booked by the referee for time wasting. Christie.
Go get it. No, go.
He's going to hold the ball in the corner. That is a goal kick to Aston Villa. There's a minute and a half left. There is 90 seconds left of this game. What I'll do, guys, is once this game finishes, I'll hang around with you guys for about 15-20 minutes. Timmy Sessegnon's currently playing as a left winger for Fulham at the moment. When he first came into the Fulham team, he was a left back. And then once we signed Matt Target took the left back position, which allows Sessegnon to move further up the field and play as a left winger. And there is literally 1 minute left.
as he goes through assessing his frustration, but his experienced player who's been in this situation before in a player final. Stay on your feet and try and get the ball back. This is just wasting valuable time for Fulham.
So, just get it in.
Fulham literally have a free kick. And we're just going to go for the corner.
No.
Mitrovic holds the ball in the corner. 30 seconds left. If that, ref plays on. Snodgrass can break.
We deserve to lose
This is going to be the last possible attack for Aston Villa.
Yeah. We really playing corners.
This is the last possible chance for Aston Villa. There are literally seconds left. I've got people saying things on my stream. I'm not going to say anything too much because my dad doesn't know yet. Game over. Final score at Wembley, Aston Villa 0, Fulham 1. Fulham have been promoted to the Premier League. And breathe. And relax. Whew. Oh my gosh. Fulham's going bonkers. Fulham players going bonkers. Flares have been thrown onto the pitch, which I don't like. There are fans on the pitch, which again I don't like. Okay, I say there's a flare on the pitch. Marcus Bettinelli has just picked up said flare and run around the pitch with it. Thanks a lot, Seth. Much appreciated, man. I'm going to hang around for another sort of 10-15 minutes just to sort of give a little...
Sorry, Prince William, Harry,
just William, Dad. William. So finally, Fulham are back up in the Premier League where... Oh, I'm so happy. I'm very, very happy. Thanks a lot, 2008, man. It's Todd. No, Fulham deserve to win. Fulham were definitely the better team. Lewis, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to have a bit of relax after this game. I'll wait until the team have...
Mitrovic, one of those that was his signing.
Signing? I thought he was on loan.
Who? Mitrovic?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for Jokanovic, we wouldn't have signed Mitrovic. Jokanovic was...
We've got him on loan, haven't we?
Yes, we've got him on loan, Dad, yeah. But we want him permanently.
Oh, I know that.
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, Fulham definitely got lucky in that second half. Fulham were definitely lucky in that second half, especially after the sending off of Dennis Odoi. But it's going to be a tough game, as you see the reflection of my sister sitting down next to me. I'm hoping that Jokanovic can convince Mitrovic to stay a little bit longer. We'll see. Lewis, I'm on Xbox, mate. It's amazing. Yeah, so as I said, Fulham have won £160 million for winning this game. If we can stay in the Premier League next season, it increases to 230 million paid over 3 years. 280. Thanks for the correction there, Todd. Much appreciated. So yeah, definitely looking forward to next season now in the Premier League. So happy, so relieved. Look, guys, if you're going to put things like that, you're just going to leave the channel. So there's no point. Thanks a lot, Tom. Much appreciated, man. I'm going to quick look at my phone, actually, because I've got it just next to me here. So I'll get a load of notifications for people who have said. Thanks a lot, Sam. Much appreciated. Dad, someone who's watching my stream says, cheers from California for being nice and loud for him.
What, me?
Yeah, you're that loud, they can hear you. They can hear you on my microphone. Right, who have we got? We have got Nico Derege, thank you very much for the subscription. Maria Treadway, thank you very much. Joe Anderson, thank you very much. Seth, thank you very much. The Gaming Llama, thank you very much. RUFCYT, thank you very much. Corey Halford, thank you very much for all of your subscriptions. It is much appreciated. I'm going to give you you guys a little bit of an exclusive now, and just CJ1872, thank you very much for the subscription. Much appreciated, my friend. I support two teams. One team being here, Fulham. The second team that I support is Bromley. They're a local team to me. I'm possibly looking to buy a season ticket at Bromley next season. If you guys are not new to my channel and you've seen some of my videos before, you may have seen that I did a video going to Wembley last week for Non-One League Finals Day. I'm looking to do videos like that on a more regular basis. Vincenzo, it's game over. Fulham have won 1-0. So if you guys would like to see sort of things like that, I'm going to try and follow Bromley around as much as I can this season, or next season, sorry. Try to film as many games as I can, do sort of vloggy type things. So, yeah, if that's something that you guys may be interested in, sort of an away days type vibe of things, away days on things. If any of you guys know of away days, yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking to try and do myself, just with Bromley. A bit more non-league football, just follow a team around for a whole season, and see how things go. So, conferences, yeah, directly below League 2 for Frisky. So you've got the Premier League, the Championship, League 1, League 2, and then the National League, which is the conference, which is where Bromley are at the moment. Well said. Goodbye. So yeah, definitely looking to do something like that next season. So we will see how things go. I'll definitely give you guys more an update on that when I get an idea of that. I'll stay around for another sort of 5 minutes or more, guys. Sort of just until Fulham sort of lift the trophy, and then I'll be calling it for now, guys, because I'm gonna have a little something to eat, and I might try and come back for the Champions League final. Yeah, Timmy, it does. The pitch, I think it's on a roller, so you can take the grass off and replace it with a NFL pitch. Because the plan was for regular season NFL games to be played at the new White Hart Lane. So we shall we'll wait and see. Apex Wolf, thank you very much for the subscription, mate. Much appreciated. Thanks, CJ.
Yeah.
Unlucky, John Terry. You had a good game, mate, but unfortunately, Fulham were the more successful team. Much of a relief to me. I'll tell you that now. I'm very happy to be back in the Premier League. Really, really glad that we're back in the Premier League.
I've been running around for an hour and a half. Don't worry about it. For climbing stairs now.
Yeah, of course they do. That's what they do, Mum. You win a game and they send you up about 3 flights of stairs that are about 100 stairs long. Just because you've run away for
Yes, I think so. First half, obviously, the Fulham that we've become used to seeing for the vast majority of the last 2 seasons.
They go up 2 flights of stairs into a little stairwell, up another flight of stairs, and then along the balcony to pick up the trophy there. Apex, don't worry about it, mate. Honestly, as soon as I see a comment on it, I'm just hiding the person from the channel anyway, so they can't post any messages anymore. So don't worry about it, guys. I'm used to having stuff like that, so it's fine. But I do appreciate the support, so thank you very much, guys. So Lisa Jukanovic going to stairs. Fulham congregating in the stairwell, waiting for everyone to come up to the stairwell, and then they'll all walk up together. Rasmus, thanks for the subscription, man. Much appreciated. Matuma Dixon, thank you very much for the subscription. Much appreciated. I'm literally just waiting for Fulham to lift that, and then I'll be going, so it's fine. Massive congregation of Fulham players standing in the stairwell right now. Yes, Dan, I know you like an argument. Well, I'll be quite interested to actually find out before I disappear, guys. For those of you, Al Thompson, Fulham 1 1-0. Where are you guys actually watching from? Put it down in the comment section. I'm in the UK. I'll definitely go shout out to Denmark there for you there, Rasmus. Much appreciated, man. What, that one? No. Quite a few people from the UK. Lee watching from the USA. Thank you, man. What's the time over there for you guys in New Jersey? Luis Jukanovic shaking hands. Tony Khan getting very, very excited along with dad. Sam Morrison over in San Diego. Shane Brown in Ireland. 2:05. Okay, so you're 7 hours back. Drone view from France. Thanks for watching, man. And
5 hours back, right?
yeah, sorry, 5 hours. I can't even count. It's because I've looked at my time and it's just 19, and then you said 2, and I've just gone 9 minus 7. And Thomas Kearney and Kevin McDonald lift the EFL Championship playoff trophy. Fulham are officially promoted to the Premier League. And breathe. 500 shots. Fulham won the game 1-0. It was a goal by Tom Kearney after about 23 minutes. So yeah, I think that increases the number of London-based teams in the Premier League to quite a few. I think we've got all the Arsenal. We've got the main London teams. We've got Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, us now, Crystal Palace. I'm sure there's people I'm missing. I'm sure there's another couple of teams I'm missing there. West Ham, obviously, there's 6. Is there a 7th? Yes, they probably will, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, match is finished. 500 subs. Game's over. Final score is 1-0 to Fulham. And with that, guys, I am going to bid you all farewell now. So, massive thanks to every single one of you who has tuned in and watched this video. It's much appreciated. To everyone who subscribed today, thank you so much. It really is much appreciated. I'm going to give you guys another update video regarding what I've got planned for the channel going forward over the next sort of week or so. Al, thanks for the subscription, man. Much appreciated. Rasmus, yeah, I don't mind Tottenham. They're a good team. So, Corey, I'm going to definitely try and do some more lives when I can. Dark Rider, thanks for subscribing, man. Chatterboxing, thank you very much for subscribing. Shut up, Goodall. So I can get away with saying that. He's my mate. He's someone I actually know outside of YouTube. Right. As I'll say, guys, Ericsson to Barca, it may well happen. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If I'm around, Sam, I'll do some England games. I'll have to just have a look and see what the World Cup schedule's like, see what games I can and can't do. Any games that I can do, I'll let you guys know. I will definitely put a little video up on this channel, letting you guys know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.